back to another video, guys. Today we're gonna talk about five things I hate about my CRF450. It could be more than five, it could be less than five. I'm just gonna tell you my personal opinion on what I don't like about this bike. Let's get right into it. First and foremost, guys, the first thing I notice about the bike, this is not a brand new bike. This is a 2019 with only 20 hours on it. So you could say it's almost brand new. But what I don't like about the bike, and I've done my research and people can vouch for this, is first things first, if you guys can see the discoloring right here on the black clutch cover, yeah, it's supposed to be black, but obviously with the heat cycles and all of that, and scratches don't really help much, it turns the regular color instead of the black coating. It just looks bad on the bike. It looks like a used bike from factory. It's not the best coating. There goes reason number one. Reason number two, guys, reason number two is, at first I didn't like the oversized tank, but the more I use the bike and the more I see that I'm having to put less gas on it, because obviously it carries more gas, I'm able to understand and appreciate the big gas tank. But at first I don't like how big it is, or at least I don't like how it comes out right here on top of the plastics. I know it's oversized, but obviously they don't come stock, so you gotta buy it aftermarket. So this is kind of like a, if your bike comes oversized, or if you're willing to put oversized tank, I got it like this. But if you're willing to, it comes out a lot. Yeah, I don't like how oversized it is. Some tanks maybe they would have came down a little bit, or some tanks are just oversized on the bottom. No, this is oversized towards the top. So it is a good thing for carrying more gas, but for the looks, it just looks weird. I don't like it. I honestly don't like it. Reason number three, guys. We're in reason number three. I wanted to make this video after I used the bike a couple of hours and rode it and really feel it and get used to it. Compared to my 2003, there's a bunch of differences, but there's also a bunch of similarities. The shocks, now they're air forks, I believe. Yes, I don't know much about air forks because it's my first time obviously having them on my bike, but I'm guessing this is stock suspension. Obviously this is not the works edition, so it does not come with the Showa shocks. Yeah, but this suspension feels good, but it doesn't feel as great. I wheelie, so every time I come down in the wheelie, it feels better than most bikes, but it still feels like it's not sturdy. Yes, I can tie in it, but it's just the quality of the fork. I know it's a brand new bike, so they got really new forks, but I just feel like the quality is not there for a brand new bike. So these shocks, yeah, I could do a little bit of adjusting, but straight off factory specs, I don't like them. You know, you got to do your own adjusting to your weight and your size, so whenever you come down from a wheelie or from even races or anything, so they could adjust to your liking. But from stock, I honestly don't like them at all. Reason number four, guys, this header, if you guys have a CRF 2019 or newer, or I believe it's 2016 and newer, that they come with double exhaust. But if you guys have this header, you guys know it gets really hot. It's really like angled too much outside, and I feel like that's really unnecessary. They could have made it a lot shorter. It's really close to your leg, and you could really feel the heat every time you're riding. So I think they should have made it a little bit smaller, and there's no reason to have all this exhaust right here. Exhaust was on plan. Now, guys, reason number five, and it's my last reason. Even though the exhaust looks pretty good, it looks amazing, double exhaust, not all bikes bring them. They look so fire. But the problem is, don't quote me on this, I haven't done much research, but of what I can see around the exhaust, the stock exhaust, I don't think you could take off the resonators. I don't think you can do that. So that would be my fifth reason on whether I could take off the resonator or not to make it sound louder or not, or give it that extra horsepower or breathing room it needs. So reason number 5, the exhaust, even though it looks nice and all that, if you want a little bit more horsepower, breathing room, you're gonna go with the aftermarket exhaust, which being 2 pipes with the header with 2 exits, you're looking at about, I think it's like 1300, 1400 for the Yoshi's double exhaust. So obviously, if you guys want to take off the stock piping, you're gonna spend a lot of money on Yoshi's. Double exhaust equal double the money. So at least the least thing you could have made is be able to take off the resonator or the spark arrestor. But I haven't done much research. Again, guys, don't quote me on that, but I believe by looking at the pipe, we cannot take off the spark arrestor. I know I gave you guys 5 reasons that what I don't like about my CRF450. I'm gonna give you a 6th reason on what I don't like about this bike. So if we come here, you guys could see the stock OEM levers. Now I feel like they should have been a little bit more high quality. This one doesn't move as much, but it's still like not the best quality. This one is way worse. The brake way better, this one way worse. It moves up and down, and then you could just tell it's like crappy quality. I know it's OEM, so they want you to get an aftermarket one because, you know, they want you to spend more money and all that. But by this being the clutch, I really don't like how it is. And even though this brand for the brake is good, it's still just these, when people fall, they bend so easily and all that, and not even by falling, just put them on the wall, it bends so easily that they're not worth it. But there's one more thing, and it's the most important, because Hondas, they overheat. So I believe from factory they do not come with a fan. I believe. I'm new to the newer Honda game, so this is used, so I got it with a fan. Now I believe they don't come with a fan, so that's a bad thing, because I know Hondas overheat pretty easily, and if you don't change the coolant and add a fan, you're gonna have overheating issues. So mine came with a Trail Trek, so obviously that is not from factory. Trail Trek right here is 85 degrees right now outside. Came with a nice little fan, and obviously you could adjust the temperature and all that. So there you guys have it. Even though that is the last reason, that is the most important reason for your bike, so it doesn't overheat, guys. So that is a pretty big reason. That should have been number 1, but I left that for the last because it's the best reason for this bike. With all the bad that comes with the bike, there is a lot of good quality stuff. So stay tuned for the next video, because this is a video on what I don't like. But I'm coming out with another video with 5 things or more that I do love about this bike, and things that are really worth the money to spend for this bike. So stay tuned for that video, guys. But yes, that is the 6-7 things I don't like about my bike. And hopefully you guys are watching this video before purchasing your first 2019 or newer CRF450, and you guys can more or less see what I don't like about the bike before you guys buy it, and you guys can compare and see if you guys want the Works Edition or want to go with a different brand. Obviously Honda all day. I love Honda. I got a Honda. So hopefully you guys can see the difference between this video and the next video, comparing the pros and cons about this bike. Thank you guys for tuning in for another video. Stay tuned for my next video, because that's when I'm gonna do the 5 things I do like about this bike. So thank you guys for tuning in for another video. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Hope you guys are having a good day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Subscribe, comment, like, and share, and we're on the road to 5K subs. I'll see you guys.